High vibrations, wisdom, and wellness. Welcome in, y'all. How you been, y'all? Welcome to the Abracadabra Network, aka Colosum 88, aka the Ineffable Tarot. you guys, collective. I really hope y'all are okay. I really do. I'm here to deliver a collective reading. I am available for individual readings. I don't necessarily have a title for this message. I'm sure it'll come out during this unfolding. Okay. Um, we're gonna welcome in those beautiful beings of 100% light. Anything that's less than may not enter this space. This is a safe space. This is a sacred space. Some of y'all might be trying to keep from crashing the fuck out. Okay. You might just be like, God dang. Come on, brother. All right. And look, and I have to tell y'all this, I do not do readings every day. I used to do readings every day, but that shit became redundant. Like, the fuck? And I know that it may be a different group of y'all that watch these readings, and that's all great. But I don't even watch readings every day because it's dangerous. It's dangerous. Okay? It's dangerous. It's dangerous. Now, um, because you got to think for yourself. You have to follow your own intuition. If your readers are not telling you or encouraging you to follow your own intuition or helping you sharpen your intuitive skills for your own personal life, then it's a dub, baby. It's a whole dub out there. All right. So just be mindful of that. Um, we are still in the auspice of this new moon. Okay, it's the 25th. Um, these are timeless readings, okay? So that means anytime you see this is when you're meant to see it. All right. I feel y'all's frustration. I really do. Just what to do. What to do. What to fucking do, right? I'm here under the guise of God saying, you know what? I need you to stay up. I need you to stay up and I need you to hold space and I need you to go live and I need you. I'm like, okay, God, I want to go to sleep. I want to go to sleep. I want to just go to fucking sleep. All right. But that is not what we're doing. Okay. Because when it comes to following your intuition, you have to be willing to be obedient. You have to, or else you'll get tossed to and fro. And I know it's frustrating because it could feel like, damn, you're doing it, right? Um, you may not be getting the results as quick as you would like or in the way that you would like. Remember that you are co-collaborating with your angels, ancestors, and guides, not just for your benefit, but the benefit of everybody involved. And there's times when God is going to allow you to be selfish. So there's going to be times where you're selfish and that shit just it doesn't work. Okay. And there's a time and a place for everything. So sharpen your skills so that you know when is what and what is when. Okay. We tapping into the Ace of Pentacles. Wow, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Pentacles. I've never seen that in a reading like that. These cards, y'all just saw me shuffle these cards, and then look, it's the full card. I just got chills. What does that mean, abracadabra? Well, Well, oh, it's the okay. It's the ace, it's the two, and it's the five. I just saw these three right there. That's why I thought it was the three of pentacles. It's the five. So I'm kind of like I feel better about it, yet I still am like, okay. So we got the ace, the two, and the five. All right. Let me get. I need to put my laptop on a charger before it dies. Okay. Um. Okay. Well, there's still an order here. There's still an order 0, 1, 2, and then 5. Okay. I do feel like there's something that is about to change here. It's talking about a gift, the gift of new changes. I feel like these are physical changes. So it could be the way you look, it could be where your environment, it could be, anything physical. Okay. Moving out of a space of difficulty. Okay, we got the Ace of Pentacles, which is saying this is a gift from God. Okay, this is a yeah, this is like a huge proposal or something like that. Um, the Two of Pentacles is telling me that there's some type of invitation, or there's some type of play, or there's it's talking about more change. Okay, these two cards, the two and the five, are talking about change. Okay, so I feel like it's a change of mind. Okay, someone could be changing their mind, or I feel like whatever has been controlling your mental is changing. All right. I feel like you're going from maybe a mentality of lack to a victory mindset, which is good, but there might be a part of you that's fighting this for some reason. A part of you that maybe still doubts, still is in, disbelief of, oh, like these great things could happen to you. Yes, they can. They can happen to you. Okay. Um, I witness it every day. Okay. Even in my environment, in a political way, in a environmental way, is there's things that are happening. Even though there's things that are happening that you don't want, there's also things that are happening for you for your highest good. And even if it's at the drop of a dime, at the last minute, or um, so this change of belief, of control, whatever was controlling your mindset, whatever had you, you know, thinking about something over and over again. Okay. And I feel like it's doubt. It's either doubt or complacency. Um, that you're about to be catapulted out of that energy into a very lucrative time. Meaning, like, I feel like this is just a good time, like a good day. Maybe it's just a good money making day, or a good, um, maybe you just look good, your hair looks good, or, whatever, your outfit is fly. How you doing, Lord? Zamosa. Um, and you're getting a wish fulfillment from this. Okay. Yeah, it's something that needs to be protected, because I feel like it's very easy for you to go turn around and start doubting again. Okay. And I don't think that's what you really want. What's up, good? How you doing? So be mindful of what's in control of your thoughts at the moment. Okay. Um, 0, 1, 2. Yes, I am available for personals. I do have some specials. I will put those on the screen for you to see. Um, okay. And then you just let me know which one of those you're interested in. All right. So yeah, it's new changes. I'm getting something that's brand spanking new. Okay. It's like new shoes or a new car or a new home or a new, it can be a new job. And I feel like you're being invited into this newness. So it could be someone, leading you out of possibly a dark era or out of a, let's say, out of a tunnel. You're being led out of some type of tunnel, a mental tunnel that could turn into a physical manifestation of just a better, something that could actually aid in your a better mind frame. But it's like the mental going out of the mental into physical, and then the physical is giving you a better mental. Okay. So if you had disbelief or doubts about whatever, you're going from that into like, oh, I like the color of these walls. Or, oh, you're going into a new building and you just feel the energy from the building and it's doing something. It's alchemizing your energy. And because of that, then your mind frame starts changing. I hope that makes sense to you. Okay. Um, let's get a oracle card out for you guys. And then I also have other specials if you need a little bit more. Let me see here. I think I do have, because it's a new moon energy, and then we got some eclipses coming up. So if you need something a little more extensive, let's see here. I know I have it. I wrote it down. Well, here it is. There it is. I just put it up there right now. Okay, so we have the Empress, nurturing energy, growth. I'm getting what is it called? Ever bearing. I don't know if y'all ever heard of a tree. I think it's called the ever bearing something tree. And basically, uh, this Empress is saying like everything grows, you know, nurturing, growing, cultivating, um, pruning even for more growth to happen, right? Um, like I said, looking good, smelling good. It is definitely giving like that mother nature energy. So maybe I don't know if it's you putting your feet on some grass or you just looking, gazing out at the the outside world, or maybe you're actually doing some gardening or, some things like that. You're nurturing something, okay? Or a nurturer is in your life, or someone is nurturing you. This could be a friend, a family, a coworker. It doesn't have to be any gender, but they have this mother nature energy, okay? Um, I do feel like there's an anonymous donor. Okay, I don't know what that really means. I don't know if they're donating an organ or they're donating finances. Or I feel like there's an anonymous donor um, that could be contracted to your life, your livelihood. Okay. Oh yeah, because now I'm looking at the Emperor. Yeah. And something goes from the Six of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles, which it goes from being, oh, I'm just going to make a small donation, and it goes into, you know what, this is right, what I need it to be. I'm going to go all in because I that's what they're choosing to do. Somebody's making a commitment which opens new doors. Again, it changes your mentality into that victory mindset. Okay, but let's look into this card right here, this oracle card. I love the fact that you guys are growing. All right, you're giving gratitude to everything, and that's what the Mother Earth does. It appreciates every process. So you appreciating every process, even when it feels like the energy is stale. It's like, if you were to look at, if you plant seeds and you just watch it grow, you probably wouldn't actually feel as satisfied as you walk away from it for a while and then you come back and then you see those little green leaves coming out and you're like, oh, look, my baby's growing, or oh, look, you know, it's growing. So even in those moments where it seems like nothing at all is happening, something is happening. And that is how Earth thrives. The appreciation of that right there. Because if the earth was to give up just because, you know, it didn't see the trees growing and the water flowing and all that, we would have nothing. But thank God for the earth because it feels everything. Okay. And that's where that gratitude comes in. It feels everything. You could feel it growing. So that is the key word here, gratitude. It says, come to me, beautiful child. It is time to take pleasure in being alive. In grace, you will find only abundant love for all beings. Gratitude perfumes this space, imbuing your soul's essence upon the sacred web of life. Grace invites you to turn your gaze inwards, to recline upon the gifts that bloom within the fertile garden of your heart. So it said, lean back. Okay, lean back. It says they provide you with a container to hold the space for all that you are meant to cultivate within and without, so that you can become an exquisite embodiment of love. And remember, like in the beginning of this reading, I was like, look, I feel like I'm just here to hold space for you. That's what I was guided to do. That's why I'm still awake and my eyes are open and I'm meant to be up holding space. And I may not know exactly who I'm holding space for or what, but I feel it. I feel it and I'm grateful for it. I'm grateful for the call to do it and I'm going to do it. Okay. And here we are. Right. It says, remember that grace emerges out of the realization that we all flow out of and into cosmic love. With passion, devotion, with passionate devotion, they know that you are here to honor all that has flourished. Give thanks for the bounty you have received and for the nutrients in your life. Understand that the transformative power of grace is revealed when you choose gratitude to be your guide. And there's a mantra here. You can repeat it after me or write it down. It says, grace is revealed when I choose gratitude to be my guide. Okay, so if you need a little grace in your life, be thankful. Be grateful. Choose gratitude. Okay? If you need some grace in your life right now, choose gratitude. Okay? So let's get into the details. Let's get into the details of this reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right? Thank you for the truth, no matter how we feel about it. Thank you. Let's see here. Aw, you're welcome. Humilla Creation, I appreciate you. Okay. Yep. We are moving out of the mentality of lack or hurt or of being left out. We're allowing our environment to nurture the abundant grace in our lives. Okay. So if you are disappointed in anything or anyone or even yourself, okay, choose gratitude. Choosing gratitude is choosing life. Okay. And we're not talking about that fake ass gratitude either. We're not talking about that. Just leave the fakeness out. What you gotta find something to be grateful for. You want grace, you gotta find gratitude in your heart. So and then allow it recline on that grace, on that gratitude so that it can flow. Because it's gonna alchemize, it's gonna magnetize those things that you want and that you need closer to you. Okay. That's how things happen. I know, because man, I'm telling you, I live it. I'm not telling you nothing I don't live. Okay. I mean, 100,000,000,000% with you, baby. Okay. I'm truly grateful. Even in this moment, I'll be transparent and just say, like, I'm truly grateful for everybody, anybody, and that has or has not. Okay. Everything that has worked out, everything that hasn't worked out. That is fertilizer, baby. It's fertilizer for what is truly meant to grow. All right. So I'm gonna do one more shuffle here. Okay. So somebody is rushing in to speak to you, or something is happening very fast. Something's about to happen. Lickety split. Okay. Let's see. A decision, possibly, or somebody's coming in to talk to you. All right. Or you're rushing in to talk to somebody, or somebody's rushing in to talk to you. Okay. Um, this has to do with, I don't know, you could have made up your mind to choose peace. You're like, look, here you are holding space. Here you are holding space. Like, look, I'm not going to, um, I'm not going to react to what I see. I'm not going to react to what I hear. I'm going to create what I see. I'm going to tune in to those things that are lovely and abundant. And I'm going to basically zone out of any distractions from that. But here comes someone. Here comes someone coming to talk. Okay, coming to express themselves. All right, let's see what they're talking about. They're coming to remind you. Okay, something is coming to remind you. All right, with the judgment card. What are they reminding you about? Now, this is about the judgment card is about like a calling, remembering, um, awakening. So this could be saying like somebody is coming to awaken awaken you to what? To this gesture. Okay. Somebody is, you might, okay, so this could even be a notification. Okay. We get our notifications, so you could be chilling in your zone. You get a notification. Is it incoming? Is it money? Maybe it is. Okay. Maybe somebody needs set a reminder to send a payment or something of the sort. Okay, here. Um, I'm also getting somebody who's very focused on this, or focused on you, or maybe you set yourself a reminder, all right, or alarm of some sort, and yeah, somebody's focused on this. This King of Wands is very into this energy, like either wanting to give you something, or maybe you are that person who wants to give something to somebody else. Maybe you're waiting for the right time. Okay. Yes, I definitely will be. And if you want to go ahead and get in the queue, I can confirm it once you send in your donation. I can confirm it here. Okay. just to make sure that, you know, you are the next person. Okay. Um, I am multi-streaming, so shout out to everybody. Shout out to the platforms, right? So yeah, so somebody is here and they are like, damn, did I give this person enough? Should I give them more? Is what I'm saying. Because you go from the Six of Pentacles to the Seven of Pentacles here. So somebody could be questioning if they have given enough, and they don't want to underperform and they don't want to overperform. So they're kind of like thinking about this. You see this eight of swords? They're thinking about this. And they're like, they can't stop thinking about this. All right. They can't stop thinking about this because there's some type of commitment here. This could be actual contract. I feel like this could be a cosmic contract. This could be a contract of a legal contract, right? This is probably some type of promise or vow. Maybe they promised something, and that's why they can't stop thinking about it. They don't want to break their promise. They don't want to break the connection, is what it's kind of looking like here. Um, well, and then there's the Five of Cups. So maybe they're like, I hope they don't break the connection, but it's looking like they are, someone's a little bit down. Why are they down? They're down because maybe they're married. Maybe they made a commitment and they're possibly investing in something that would break the commitment or the vow or the promise. Okay. This could be telling me that um, they're looking back. Now, we were talking about doubting, okay? Like, we were talking about being in disbelief and things of that nature. And so, someone, it could have been doubting the connection or doubting the vow or the promise. And maybe that's why they're down, okay? Um, I do see something stable here, right? But this person is not looking forward, they're looking backwards. Okay. They could be looking up at the times where things didn't work out or, you know, the promise wasn't upheld. But there is something here to look forward to. And boom, wow, the tower is here. Oh my goodness. This is telling me that maybe, you know, how that story is in the Bible about looking back and you turn into a pillar of salt. Yeah, you might want to be careful about turning around and looking back and allowing yourself to be consumed or controlled by something that you can't change, because I feel like God might send you a sign of some sort, okay? And you know, that might shake you up. Now, towers are divine intervention, okay? So, hey, now be mindful of that. It's not, if you feel shaken up and you're like a little bit scattered, that's because things are falling away that do not benefit your highest good. Okay. And even in that falling apart, things are being set in a particular way to be rebuilt. All right. Or to reveal a foundation that may have been long forgotten because something that didn't belong was built on top of it. Okay. All right. And there's a decision. I feel like a decision is going to have to be made. And maybe this goes back to that conversation that we saw. We saw somebody rushing in, remember? We saw someone rushing in. And, you know, it was kind of alarming. You was minding your business. You was meditating. You was holding space. You didn't know what was going on, but you knew something was going on. And then all of a sudden, somebody comes in and tells you something. Now, and then telling you or reminding you, or this alert or this notification, however it is, it's reminding you of some type of promise, some type of commitment, or something. Okay. And it's going to cause you to make a decision, have a conversation that results in a decision to move forward, specifically to move forward. I feel like this is moving forward to a truce or friendship. This could be saying, hey, let's just be friends. Okay. I still want to be friends. I still want to hang out, but somebody still not is feeling a certain type of way about this. Okay. They feeling some type of way about the situation. And they may not have just gotten over it as easily as the next person. So yeah, Humilla, whenever you send in your contribution, I definitely will uh confirm it. Believe you said a mini reading. Yep. And then I have it on there for 25. Okay. But yeah, let's continue. Let's see what comes out. Whoa, communication. The Eight of Wands is there. Oh, wow. A lot of cards just came out. The Ace of Swords, the World card, the Seven of Wands, the um, King of Swords. Okay. This is saying there is some type of announcement being made. It's saying that either this is closure or something is either opened or closed. Okay, because we're going to clarify that something is either open or closed. There is a direct message, be it a, okay, I got it. Thank you. Be it a DM, and that's crazy because we got the notification right then, right? Be it a DM. This could even be something that's on the headline. Somebody could be forwarding a message that says, hey, did you see this? Okay, I got you, Humilla. I just confirmed it. I do see it. Yes, ma'am. Um, yeah, and so this announcement, this notification, this reminder, okay, it's just telling me. It's telling me that something's either open or closed, and also that there's a defense. There's a something is protected. So after this announcement, after this maybe conversation, or after you see something, and it is whatever this is true. I feel like it's a positive truth. Okay, considering the surrounding cards, this King of Swords, his sword is up. Okay, which is telling me that a decision has been made on something. Okay. Let's see. Somebody is making a decision um to move on. Okay, to move on. Oh, hold on. There's a card that happened to be turned over here. I am grateful for your contribution, Humilla. I do not take it lightly, and I'm excited to do your reading here in just a moment. Okay, so somebody could be moving on from an entrepreneurial or a position or something like that, or they're moving into an entrepreneurial position or a manager position, or even into a commitment of like that is has more longevity. Okay, it's more of a permanent position because the King of Pentacles is more of a permanent, like I like things like this, and I'm gonna do everything I can to keep it like this. Okay, so somebody could be changing positions. All right, again, they're walking away from could be walking into their truth here. Okay, they're making a decision to walk into their truth. They could be leaving behind any kind of laziness or any kind of even addiction they could be leaving behind. Okay, just walking away from what doesn't serve them. All right, so there could be moving into a new job, like I said, a job or position. And look, there goes that King of Pentacles again. Hold on, can y'all see? I'm going to bring this up for you guys. I don't know if this is a good position. Okay. There's two kings here. And then we have the Two of Swords. We saw this Two of Swords earlier. All right, and then on the bottom of the deck we have the Three of Swords. Yeah, so something that happened between a commitment or a vow, and look, there goes the Queen of Swords. So somebody could have been having some words, and look, there it is, confirmation. They was having some words. Somebody decided to have the last word. The other person said, you know what? Fine, fine, whatever. I'm not bothered by it. If you want to be bothered by it, if you want to be chained down by it, if you want to fight about it, go right ahead. You go fight. Okay. Um, I'm going to go enjoy my abundance. I'm going to, you know, I'm going to go. I'm going to skedaddle on out of here. I'm going to move into my new life. Okay. Because I'm the only one that has power over me, and that ends up turning into a blessing. Okay, you receive justice maybe for just moving on from a circumstance that was very hurtful or damaging to your mentality. Okay, it may have hurt your feelings, but there's more to your life than that, says the Three of Wands. Okay. Now, somebody could be trying to figure out who you talking to. They could be trying to see, learn, or somebody saying, I want to know more about you. Okay. Um, I feel like maybe there's some kind of energy about being in the dark. Now, this has to do with the eclipse. We got the moon and the sun here, and they're back to back. You see that? So this something is happening around eclipse time, which is September 7th and the 21st. So possibly either in between that time or right around that time. It could be right before, right after, in between. However, it could be at that time. Something is going to happen very fast. Eclipses are usually pretty fast. You know what I mean? I mean, if you don't really notice, like, you're not going to notice, right? We're going to go ahead and clarify this real quickly, rather quickly. I feel like we got the gist of the message here. Okay, we are going to figure out what is this new energy that's coming in. Somebody is deciding, making a big decision. And guys, I shuffle these cards every time I finish with the deck, but I just want to show you that here's the world card right here, and here's the world card right here. So this is, and I was just speaking on this new beginning or this closing or opening of the situation here. So, and I'm still going to shuffle, get that new fresh energy in. So we could clarify this reading. So the timing, I feel like timing is important here. Uh, it might have been taking someone a long time to kind of just move forward, move ahead with something. I feel like it is a very wise decision. Okay. Because you have the Knight of Pentacles here. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, but it is the most deliberate knight. Okay. The most intentional knight in the deck. Okay. So that means no matter what, something is going to get done. It might have taken this person a while. Okay, I'm gonna just move this stuff off of the screen for now because I feel like it's blocking the there we go, that's better. I feel like it's blocking the card view. I feel like it might have taken somebody a while to get to this point, but nevertheless here we are. And it's finally happening. Something may have even taken a year or some type of cycle. Okay. Uh, Somebody could also be moving, could be traveling. It could be, so the travel could take a while. It could be by, and you could be walking. I hope you're not walking, but maybe you just need to walk. Um, but it also could be, a long drive. Okay, it could be a long drive or a long flight or something. Somebody could be coming from international for some of you. Some of you is just maybe state to state. Okay, but I do feel like there's travel for some of you guys. Could be traveling for work. Okay. We're just gonna get two more shuffles. Okay. All right. That was it. We tapped into the Queen of Cups. Now, the Queen of Cups is a person that knows basically what's going on. She kind of sees it, she senses it before it happens. We do have works here right after that, the Three of Pentacles and the Three of Cups. So this could have to do with some kind of collaborative effort. All right. Some type of collaborative effort as far as a job or people. I feel like there's more than two people here. Um, or this is just telling me that something is paying off big time, and it's allowing you to look at things from a different perspective, and you feel what's going on in the background, and you also get confirmation of that. Yes, yes, this is good. Clarify the the Eight of Wands. Why is the Eight of Wands here? What is the conversation? What is being said? um Yes. What is being said? Now, the Eight of Wands could also be like multimedia pictures or things of that nature. It could be screenshots, or it could just be like a online letter or something like that. Okay, so we have the Six of Wands clarifying the Eight of Wands. And we also have the Capricorn card, the Devil card. So this is someone who is communicating. Okay, it could be a Capricorn. It doesn't have to be a Capricorn. They are communicating a win. They're saying, hey, I won, or hey, I am now partnered with this person, or hey, I got this, I'm now doing this, or we are now it's confirmed. That's what they're saying. It's confirmed. The paperwork is in, the whatever signature that needed to be signed. Okay, with the Ace of Swords here, whatever needs to be signed is signed. Now, this could be a divorce being signed, like, yay, the divorce decree, final divorce decree. Okay, that's not funny. Um, this could be saying, hey, I signed, I got a new contract for a deal. It could be a movie. It could be, anything that has to do with multimedia, or entertainment even. Okay. Um, let's continue. Clarify the Ace of Swords going into the World card. Now, the Devil could also mean confrontation. And it doesn't have to be good or bad confrontation. We talked about that last time. Um, it also could mean that there was some type of addiction or some type of obsession or possession or not. And I don't mean spiritually, but hey, it could be a spiritual possession. But I mean as far as physical. Okay. So we have the Chariot. The Chariot is clarifying the Ace of Swords. That's Cancerian energy. That's telling me that, again, a decision has been made. And because we have the Ace of Swords here, it could be saying, like, hey, I'm finally free of this devil. I'm finally free of this confrontation. I'm finally have severed a tie so that I can move forward. I feel like I have the victory, or I have the victory because I've severed the tie, and now I'm moving into something that has freed me. I feel protected. I feel, yeah. That's what is kind of what it's given here. And we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess, she knows, she learns, she, you know, um, yeah, she learns. She may not speak on everything that she has learned, but she definitely keeps a record. Okay, the High Priestess keeps a record. The High Priestess is like, I know that I know that I know. Okay, and anything as far as on the other side of the spectrum when it comes to High Priestess is almost kind of like ignorance is bliss. All right, so what I'm seeing here is there you are getting a divine tug on your mental that it's almost like you have information that maybe you're like, damn, I don't even know how I got this information, but I have it. Like all of a sudden you just know something, or you maybe even get a feeling, or you sense it. Okay, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, Prince of Swords, the art. Yeah, there's something alchemizing and you can feel it. Like I was talking about Gaia, Mother Earth. Some Gaia knows is not the earth is not afraid if a seed is going to grow or not, because it can feel it when that seed cracks open. the moment the soil touches the seed and the water touches the soil, their alchemy is already happening. And even if that seed does not grow and it just decays, God or the earth will still feel that as well. Okay, so regardless, there's something happening, right? So let's continue. The world card going into the Seven of Wands. Ah, it is the Five of Wands. There's a lot of Wands energy going on here. We went from the 8, you got 7, now you got 6, now you got 5. All right. This Five of Wands is showing me that there's a fight. There could be a spiritual warfare. There is something that is troubling, okay? But I feel like you're protected. Why do I feel that way? Because the world card is here. You see how homegirl right here, she's in the middle of the card, or in the middle of this portal, so to speak. And there's energy going on the outside, right? And then you have this Five of Wands clarifying. It's telling me that there's a whole lot of stuff going on, but yet here you are. I feel like you're protected. You're set apart or have been selected. Okay. And with the Three of Wands right here and the Three of Swords, it's telling me that there's more where that came from. And if you feel depressed or down, you're probably feeling the collective energy. You're probably feeling these contracts and these things being kind of breached, or um, you could be feeling a pull from someone else that you could be cosmically connected to with this Devil card here. It could be a karmic. Okay, clarify. It is clarified by the Prince of Swords. So you're learning something about your defense. I'm hearing defense, defense, defense. So it's a game. I don't know. Are you watching a basketball game? You watching a football game or some type of game? All right. It doesn't have to necessarily be that, but we are on a grid and things could be seen as a game. So you could be getting information about some type of somebody could be on the defense. So if there was a fight or argument, you're kind of maybe already over it, or you already have closure from it because you've already severed something here. Um, Someone is on the defensive. Why are they on the defensive? Here's the Queen of Swords here, and here's the King of Swords here. Okay. There might have been words. Now, I like to see pairs like King of Swords, Queen of Swords. Sometimes, we also have to look at the attributes or the characteristics. The King of Swords and the Queen of Swords are very sharp-tongued. Okay, they can be very snappy, like two snapping turtles, just snap, 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 snap. All right, and even in here, this Queen of Swords, there's a mask or something that's being severed, or she done got somebody cut somebody's head off with their head type energy. Okay. Um, I don't know if that card actually came out or if it was just on the back, but moving forward, they could be saying like, look, I'm not doing this anymore. Why I'm not doing this anymore? Because time's up on that. The wheel is turning, the wheel of fortune is turning, and now it's my turn. That's what I'm hearing someone say. It's my turn now. And I choose to be free. I choose to work with what works with me. Okay. I choose to be abundant. I choose to live in luxury. And I'm done. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Yeah, I'm walking away. Yep. It's disappointing, but God said divine intervention. So I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Well, that was very cut and dry, right there. I mean, I don't. I hate to, drag it out. I hope I'm not dragging it out, but I like to give you guys clarity, you know. Okay, a few cards came out here. Let's see. The Eight of Swords. Yeah, so somebody is definitely has something going on in their mind, like keeping their distance, maybe. Okay. They could be like, again on the defense, right? Um, we do have a somebody could be praying here. They're praying, they're hoping, they're wishing, they're trying to heal. They feel like they're trying to do all that, but they may seem like nothing is working. And so they're like, I prayed for the situation. I tried other things. I've, you know, maybe you tried some herbs, maybe you tried some spices, and maybe it seemed like nothing was working. And now you feel like the only thing you can do is leave. Are you leaving the situation here? This could be somebody's, put the shoe on whichever foot you need to. Okay, baby. Let's get more about this. The King of Swords, the Eight of Cups, going into the Nine of Pentacles. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Okay, you saw that. Here's the Princess of Cups. Somebody is on their last, I feel like their last apology. If somebody is trying to apologize for something, I feel like this is somebody's last chance to or they feel like it's their last chance to apologize. I'm hearing that Timberland song. It's too late to apologize. It's too late, okay? It's too late to apologize on something, all right? Um, and maybe they're saying, well, maybe if I could just reach out and talk to them, if I could just reach out and apologize, and if I could just, remind them that I had their highest guard, do have their highest good, you know, I feel like they're reaching, all right? And I feel like the outcome has already been alchemized here. I feel like it's already it has been forged in a material way, and that's why the Sagittarius card Temperance is on the Knight of Pentacles. Okay. It was some slow work, but it's here now. It's here now. I feel like somebody has either taken their power back and they are doing magnificent things with it, magnificent things. Um, and I'm also getting like as far as exposure, if someone is being exposed or truth is coming out, that exposure is like, it's almost like I already knew. I already knew. It's okay, but just know that I'm not doing it anymore. I'm not running. I'm not trying to expose you. I don't care if you expose me. Um, I'm in a season of transcending, and that's it. Okay, let's get more about this Knight of Pentacles. So something was slow to alchemize, but it is done now. This is God shaking you up, stirring you up like a martini. Would you like it shaken or stirred? Okay, would you like it whipped or blended? Okay, clarify the Knight of Pentacles going into the King of Pentacles. Somebody is making it to their destination here. Oh, okay. Yeah, you made it to your destination. Look at that, the Fool card. And look at this, the King of Swords. You have the King of Swords on this side and the King of Swords on this side, all right? So this is saying I'm hearing I'm hearing the I'm hearing the Pledge of Allegiance, which is, um yeah, if you know the USA Pledge of Allegiance, you know what that sounds like. I'm not going to repeat it here, but um I'm hearing that for some reason. So again, we were talking about promises, we were talking about vows, and it could be a pledge because the Ace of Swords could be a pledge, all right, or a vow. Um the King of Swords this is telling me that the King of Swords and the King of Pentacles could be the same person. Someone who's made a decision, they feel like they've done all they could. They said, um, they could have even prayed for forgiveness. And like I said, an apology. Maybe they asked God, like, look, I'm going to do this. Maybe I'm going to do this one last thing, no matter how long it takes. And this is my atonement. And, take this, and return to me or give to me a new way or a clear path. And I feel like a clear path has been made. Okay. Um, and to be honest, for both parties here. Okay. If this was a two-way thing. Let's get more about this King of Pentacles going into the The King of Pentacles going into the Two of Swords. Now I feel like am I too far? There we go. King of Pentacles going into the Two of Swords. The Two of Swords is like, I'm choosing, I could say a lot. That's what they're saying. I could say a lot, but I'm choosing to be still. I'm choosing to hold space. And you know, in the Two of Swords, this is what we're clarifying here. The Two of Swords is, you see the water in the background is very calm. There's not waves or anything, but it could be I'm in between a rock and a hard place with this situation. And to be honest, I just choose to be. I choose to just be. I choose to let things be. There's not a cloud in the sky. This is given, but the moon is up there. Now, you ever looked up in the sky, right? Now, this, I feel like this is significant. You ever looked up in the sky, and this could have something to do with the eclipse that's coming up. Again, I feel like that was giving us a timing. But you ever looked in the sky and like there was no cloud in the sky, but you could see the moon clearly? That is what this is giving, right? There's the moon. There's not the sun. That's the moon. There's not a cloud in the sky and you can see the moon clearly, but it's clear as day. Isn't that the night is clear as day? The moon is clear as day. That's a crazy statement to make, right? If you were talking to somebody who's never been to the planet before, they would be like, what? How is the moon? How are you seeing, like, what? They probably couldn't make sense of it. So you see the night, you see the night is clear as day. You see something that was hidden as clear as day. Like you don't, and the thing is that this person's eyes are covered. I feel like again, this has something to do with senses. They say if when your eyes don't work that great, that means your other senses, your ears work better, right? It makes your ears more powerful. Okay. Um, you know, your senses. Okay. Hmm. All right now. Might got some strong, it's gonna be your intuition. You got some strong antennas on you, baby. Okay. Oh, that's a lot of cards. Well, it's not that many. It's the Four of Pentacles, it's the Princess of Wands, and it's the Judgment card. And this is that reminder. This is reminding you to be grateful, reminding you to have a forgiving heart, or also to forgive yourself. This is an awakening. Okay. This could be an alarm, an actual alarm. All right. This could be someone trying to return. Okay. You know, this could be some type of, like I said, a reminder, meaning, you know, obviously something that happened in the past that is showing back up. So this could be that, some, you know, showing back up. Okay. Something, the feeling that you get, this could even be deja vu that's going on. And I feel like it's very powerful. It's something about your atmosphere, your environment. It's given, I've been here before. Okay. I've been here before. But now you have a new mindset. Now maybe you're in more control. Maybe you've been in this situation, or you've seen someone in a similar situation, but you have more control over it now. It doesn't have control over you. And that's what makes this situation a new situation. Okay. Now, the Judgment card is also being called out. I'm calling you out. God could be calling you out. You could just be getting called out. Um, or you could be calling someone else out. Okay. Wow. Some of you are about to get information in a timely manner about some type of funds or some type of job. Okay. Um, Even in your darkest moments, something is happening. Okay. You are growing. If you needed a reminder, there it is. Here, I'm about to tell you right now. If you need a reminder, maybe you feel like you're not growing. Maybe you feel like things are not changing. I'm here to let you know that just as a seed has to be buried in the darkness to grow, You are growing. You shall flourish. You shall bloom. Okay? If you made it this far in the reading, I appreciate you. I really, really do. Make sure you hit that like, share, subscribe button. Okay? If you resonate with even just one portion of the reading, it really helps out with spreading my readings on the platform. All right. Wow. Okay. I'm gonna leave it there, you guys. I'm gonna leave it there on that. Okay. That was quite interesting. I feel like there's more, but I feel like it's individual situations. So we're not gonna go into all that. Everybody's situation is different, but there definitely is more to these situations here, to this story. But I'm glad that you are moving into a more victorious space that you are sensing. Okay. Don't be down on yourself. If you feel like, damn, this is happening again, or oh shit, like I can't believe the situation. You're new, you're fresh. You have grown. That's what I want to tell you. Remind you that you have grown. You're a more decisive now than you have been in the past. Okay. You're able to say yes, let your yes be yes and your no's be no. Okay. I feel like there's better communication coming from you. Also, you are very deliberate. All right. And I feel like you're very determined that no matter how long something takes, you're going to get there. You're not allowing yourself to be distracted by people who might want to fight or argue or cause drama in your life. You're like, nope, off with your head, off with the fakeness. Okay, clear this deck. Um, Humila, Humila Creations. I know that was kind of lengthy, my love. I appreciate your patience. I appreciate your patience. Just let me know if you are here. Okay. And then if you have a specific question, please let me know your question. If you don't have a specific question, just let me know if you just want a general message. Okay. And I will get started on that for you. So, hmm. And since you already sent in your reading, I mean your contribution, thank you. Thank you guys, all of you guys who have contributed, are contributing, and will contribute. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you. I'm very grateful. Okay, I'm gonna give it a few minutes for Humila to respond. Humila, if you're in here, yep. It takes now, there's a delay, Humila, so our communication might be a little bit delayed. So please continue to be patient with me as the stream connects. Okay. A general flow. Okay. Awesome. Let's get into it. I'm going to go ahead and clear the energy. We're going to welcome in Humilla. Welcome in all those beautiful beings that love her. All those beautiful beings that want nothing but the best for her highest good, and anything less than may not enter this space. This is a safe space. This is a sacred space. If any of you, as that are here, would like a individual reading, I I am doing personals, okay, live personals, um, and I will go ahead and put the caption back on the screen so that you can be in the know of what's going on here, okay? All right. Focusing on Humilla for her highest good, for the present and the near future. Let's answer the questions of her heart. Okay. What is the most important energy that Humilla needs to be aware of? Thank you. So what we're going to do in a mini reading, I'm going to get you an oracle card. I'm also going to get you a couple charms, and then I'll get you a couple cards, okay? And we'll clarify those cards. This is going to be for Humilla. Thank you, thank you, thank you for the truth, no matter how we feel about it. Okay, so we're tapping into Gemini energy for Humilla. Okay, this could be telling me that there's a situation that has to be decided on. It's kind of like, oh, where do we go from here? What's next? Energy. Now, the Gemini card could have something to do with sexuality. It could have something to do with um, just seeing eye to eye, meeting face to face. Okay. Um, let's see. Hmm. That could be telling me that there's a passionate energy here. Ah, people telling me that there's very, very passionate energy here. Okay. Hmm. 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 Um, I'm picking up like an intertwining. It's almost like, now this could be you making a decision by yourself. It doesn't mean that there has to be another person involved, but I'm definitely getting an intertwining. Um, Kind of like making the like hold on, let me find the right words. It's like making a decision out of nothing. Okay, it's giving something out of nothing. But let's continue. Something out of nothing. It's almost like I like this, but I do need to have direction. I like not knowing, but I also need to have some type of direction. So look, you got the Two of Swords, and you also got the Hangman. Okay, and look at that. Look at that High Priestess right there. That peacock energy. Okay. I like this energy in a way because it's telling me that, again, the Two of Swords is telling me that a decision is going to be made, that maybe that you have to look at something from a different perspective. It is going to have you maybe stepping into another person's mentality or them stepping into your mentality as well. It's also telling me that there's a situation that you may feel stuck in, yet you have the power to be unstuck. It's almost telling me that this is the High Priestess, right? This is telling me that you already know. or you have had experience, like you have a knowing, or something is dropping into your awareness that is giving you some type of knowing. It's like, but I don't know what I know. I feel that energy. I don't know what I know. And that can be frustrating. That could have you turned upside down. Okay, remember we was getting that intertwined energy, and here we have these two octopus here. Okay, um, kind of making a energy of being intertwined in a way. Okay, um, let's go ahead and go into. We're gonna get your oracle. These are your oracle messages right here, but we're going to read them out of the book, okay? So we can get even better understanding of your guidance, because it's going to be your guidance. All right, let's get into the details here. Hmm. Let's get into these details for humility, for highest good. Hi. Okay. So this could have to do with some type of contract. This could be cosmic quartz. This could be we have Pisces energy here, and then this is Taurus energy here. This is telling me, like, are you questioning, like, well, am I even interested in something long term? It's almost like like, are you questioning yourself? Should I be looking for a long term thing? Should I be looking for something that's more secured and it's like a contractual, or a legally binding? And it could be like I said, a cosmic quartz that is cosmically or legally binding in a way. Um, but I feel like there's an optimistic energy about it. Okay, now this has something to do with marriage, because this Taurus, the Hierophant card, is a marriage card. It is of, being together. You have the key to me, I got the key to you. We got the keys. Okay. But I do see a positive outlook, but then there's some kind of doubt. And it's like the doubt of like, I could, it's like I can have anything I want. So what makes me want this, or what makes me think that this is the best? Like, are you feeling, it's given like you're feeling pressured in some kind of way. I feel like once you make the decision, all that pressure is going to be over. Okay. But there is a selection process that needs to be made. And God, if you were looking for a sign, if you're looking for divine intervention, you're going to get it. Okay, you're definitely gonna get it. And it's gonna be very loud and clear. Okay, if that's what you're asking me, like, I want something loud and clear. I wanna hear it very, very clearly. I wanna see it very clearly. Okay, let's get details for humility, for highest good, mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, spiritually. What does humility need to be aware of? Thank you. What is this? It is the Hermit. What? Oh my. Now I'm looking at the Magician. Whoa. Oh. And the only reason I'm responding like that is because, um, where's this hidden energy? Well, Virgo. Okay, we are in Virgo season, so this could be telling me that something is going to go on in Virgo season. Virgos are perfectionists, but Virgos are kind of like they're low key, high key. Okay, um, and it's almost like no matter if they're high or if they're low, everything has to almost be like center stage energy. Okay, no matter what, even if they're in the low, it's still center stage energy. Okay, um, wow. Ooh. Let's get more about this. The Hermit is like, I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. Okay. Ah, Four of Pentacles. Okay. Let's get you more. So if your head and your heart is in the same direction, then your feet are sure to follow. If your head is made up on something and your heart is in agreement with your head, then your feet are sure to follow. That is, it's like it's given, you know, basic science. Once your mind is made up, your heart is on the same page as your mind, right? Once you get those in alignment, your feet are sure. That means that the physical aspects of it will sure to follow up on that. Okay, let's continue. Now, the Four of Pentacles could mean that either someone has an inheritance or somebody is a miser, a penny pincher. Okay, they could be cheap. All right, the Four of Pentacles also shows that you have the power. You have the power. Okay, you have the power to hold on and just never let go, or as whenever you get ready, you can unleash it. Okay, but this is very potent energy. Okay. Okay. So a card came out. It is that Ten of Wands. Now I did say that there is some type of pressure. There's some type of I don't know if it's oppression or suppression. Okay, but I feel like it's going to be over now. This could be telling me that the weight of a decision is pressuring someone, and it's causing them to be either melancholy. Okay, now this doesn't have to be your energy. This could be someone around you. Okay, now this Virgo card, the Hermit, could tell me that this is an older person. It doesn't have to be an older person, but they might give off that maybe they have an old soul. Okay. Now it also could, the Hermit card is also significant of a ghost. Okay. Now, there's not really any other cards that support that, but I'm just giving you what, the meaning of the card, but it could bring ghost energy. Okay, and it could be telling me that something could be haunting, not an actual person, but maybe a situation. The thought of having to make a decision about something is haunting someone. Okay, if that makes sense. Um, let's continue. Now, there could be someone who has passed, and it could have been maybe some time, and maybe there is some type of inheritance here, uh, that maybe you could be undecisive on how to handle the situation. Maybe that puts a lot of power in your hand. Okay, it could be even power of attorney or power, just something that you would have to take care of, like the ball's in your court situation. Like, how would you like to proceed? Okay, that's what it's given. Let's continue. This could be a time sensitive energy here. Okay, this could be a time sensitive energy. Okay, I'm getting it could be 10 days. Something could be going on in 10 days. You do have the 10 of Wands, and then you have the Wheel of Fortune, which is represented by the number 10. Okay, it's a possibility. The Wheel of Fortune could be telling me that something is going from being very pressurized to now the wheel is turning, and it's turning in a better direction. Okay, let's keep going. For humility, for highest good. Okay, what you need to see. It is Yeah, this is contemplation. Yeah, something is going to happen in a certain time frame. That's why the tower is here. We saw that earlier in your shuffle. Okay, as we were preparing for your reading, we saw that tower. Um, yeah. So in a certain amount of time, you're going to see, and I was saying, if needed a answer from God on something, right? Um, and I'll spread this out for you better. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Yep. If you were looking for a answer to your inquiry, yeah, you're looking for a more visual representation or visual confirmation on something, you're going to get it possibly within 10 days time. If it's not 10 days time, it's just showing me that um, I feel like soon, okay, that divine intervention is going to play out. Um, and I feel like it is going to get rid of this pressure because it's like after this tower moment, look what happens. It's the Six of Wands. It's victory, it's success, it's confidence, it's a clear sky, it's direction, moving forward. It's also moving forward very confident into something. Um, you have something to look forward to with that reef. You see the reef there? There's a reef on this person's head. This is already, it's like the selection is made after the tower. This is the victory walk right here. Okay, so don't be afraid to have that conversation. There's that Gemini card again. And yeah, I feel like it's like almost immediately, once you decide to move forward on a specific decision, you immediately get results with the Knight of Swords, and it immediately confirms your intuition about possibly, I don't know, this is a reminder. This is about somebody getting called out, about forgiveness, about somebody wanting forgiveness. If you were wondering if somebody was going to try to come back around to try to say something to you, you're right. They are going to come back around to try to tell you something, to try to say something to you. But God is already handling them. And that's probably why they feel stirred up in their emotions to even maybe come to you and give you, I don't know if they're trying to give you grief about it or if they're trying to, just stir the pot a little bit or if they're trying to like make a joke about it. But God is still putting an end to that. It's transmuting that death card. Okay. I don't know if you can see those cards. So let me show you. Victory lap. You were a little afraid to have this conversation or have this face to face possibly. But as soon as it happens, maybe someone's a little bit, you knew that somebody was going to be upset, or maybe they knew that you were going to be upset about something. I feel like it doesn't matter because the decision has already been made. And that's why the high priestess is here. If you are on the receiving end of somebody probably not being very happy about a decision that you made, then I feel like the best thing that you could do is to be quiet. Just be quiet. Let them say whatever they want to say. I'm also getting like somebody could be trying to apologize, but at the same time they're apologizing, they're talking shit. I don't really like that energy. I don't like that at all. But like I said, God has already handled the situation with the Temperance card here. I think somebody needs to calm the fuck down, okay? But if they're trying to play a game, if they're trying to be funny, or if they're trying to, like I said, it's like playful banter. Like let's say me and you are in an argument, but then the argument's been over, it's been done, the struggle's been over. But then when I get around you, I bring it up in a jokingly manner just to see if I get a rise out of you. Like, don't give them the satisfaction. That's what I'm getting. And even if this is you trying to get a rise out of somebody, I don't think they're gonna say anything. I feel like they really are not gonna play into it. Okay. Yeah. Death card. Whatever's playing the game, playing the field or whatever, it's a brick wall. It's a done deal. It's dead. It's a dead situation. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and give you some charms real quick. What does you never need to see for a highest good regarding the situation? Oh, these are the charms, so let's see. Ah, it's a dime. Okay, and it is communication. Um, now, okay, dimes, and for me, intuitively, they are a sign for my grandmother. Okay, I'm not saying that my grandmother is all up in your Kool-Aid. I'm saying that it could mean that there is somebody that who may have passed away who is overseeing a situation that you have going on. Um, you could be actually receiving some communication or some confirmation of communication from someone. Um, Now, I would say like, oh, from the other side, but I'm not trying to like spook you or anything like that. Um, but I feel like this is just telling me that you are going to get a sign that if you were looking for communication or wondering if someone was watching over you as far as, a past loved one or something like that, you're going to get, maybe there's a sign that you're going to receive that only they could give you. Not, it may not be a dime, but this is could be showing me that there's a sign that only they would give you, and you would know exactly what it is. Like it's very, very, very specific, and that is how you know that that communication is for you. That was specifically for you. Okay. Um, I'm also getting you could be handling some business. Like, let's say you're moving something from one room to another room, like a box, or, maybe even if you are moving furniture or something like that, you could be doing something and then you look down and then boom, just like this. You could be moving something with this 10 of wands and then you look down or you're looking down and you realize like, oh shit, boom. Oh, it's your grandmother. So okay, all right, okay. Well, look at that. And you are going to receive that. There's some you might have been waiting for this communication or waiting like, and it's going to happen at a specific time. Um, and it's going to be like boom, and you're going to know without a shadow of a doubt that it is what it is, right? I'm going to get you a couple more charms because I felt like that was kind of vague. So I want to get a little bit, better communication. But that was actually specific, but it was also kind of vague. Oh wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Maybe this is that moment. Look, the RIP came out. I want you to get a better look at this. I'm gonna try to bring it closer. Do you see that? It says RIP. Rest in peace, Grandma. Oh my gosh. Rest in peace. So maybe this. Oh, I just got the chilliest of chills. Oh, snap. My arms. I don't know if you could tell. Well, no, I'm sorry that my computer's screen's a little weird right now, but whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Well then. And then we have the mountains. Or maybe this is like a picture oh, let me get it. There it is. Of the mountains. And this is just showing me to look at the bigger picture. This is a reminder to look at the bigger picture. There's a lot of the mountains, they go up, they go down, they go up again, they go down again. It's like the scenic route. Okay. Um, this is the bigger picture. Okay. Um, and that's crazy because you also have that communication line right here, which is up and down and up and down. You are never forgotten. Okay, just know that. If it's a time where you may feel like things have gone silent, okay, just know that that is not a sign that there's just nothing going on, or that you're forgotten, or maybe you're not receiving communication anymore. That is that maybe there's something happening on a more physical plane than a verbal plane. You see what I mean? So don't be dismayed by that. Okay. Everything has an ebb and flow. Even with the wheel of fortune, it goes to the left, it goes to the right. It's constantly, moving. Okay. And I feel like, and even with this, look, even right here, you see how the arrow is going down and up and down and up and, oh, you know what? I don't think I've ever actually discussed this arrow, because it looks like an arrow, right? And it actually has, those lines right there. It looks like an arrow. And some people might think like, oh my gosh, like I don't know what's going on, right? Um, and sometimes with life going on, it can make it hard to hear what God is trying to tell you, or it may be hard for you to see because it has to go through all these different channels. When our loved ones are communicating with us, it takes a lot of power. Okay, it takes a lot of power. It takes a lot of energy to get the message to Earth. I want you to know that it takes a lot, even for me to channel the messages. it- it's a big ebb and flow. Okay. Is there anything else regarding charms? Okay. So yeah. Oh, look at this. Ooh, now this is very abundant. Remember we were talking about inheritance and things of that nature? Well, here is the elephant. Now, this elephant, it has a little jewel in it and everything. This is telling me that, first of all, I told you you're never forgotten, right? Elephants never forget. Elephants, oh snap. Elephants never forget. Okay. And also, did you know that it's the female elephant that leads the herd? Okay. And did you know that they feel with their feet? They feel everything with their feet. And this is Pisces energy right here. So I don't know if there's a foot thing going on. I don't know what it is with the feet. I hope you don't stub a toe or anything like that. To be honest, I really hope you don't. Okay. um, but elephants don't forget, and elephants are also a sign that when you are in troubled times, like either finances or, making a decision, an elephant is a really good sign. Okay. It allows you to be the center. Even like here, you can see how this person is centering the energy, okay, to be more powerful, basically. Um, and yeah. Elephants are very loving and they're very nurturing and they love cuddles and they're very smart. Okay. I'm also getting like, if we're speaking of your loved one, that this woman was very smart. They were very intuitive. They knew how to make something out of nothing, baby, and they knew how to shine. They're the leaders. Okay. And you also have here the fish. Now these two symbols together are very, very abundant. Okay. They're very abundant. Um, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6. Okay. Uh, I feel like it's decision time. It's decision time, and it's time, and I feel like the decision is going to be a great decision, and you're going to get confirmation that you're making a great decision on something here. Um, and it has a lot to do with longevity. And I'm also seeing a little fertile energy. I don't, none of my business, okay, but I'm getting fertile energy. That could just mean fertile soil, just, fertile in ideas, okay? It could mean you're fertile, or someone around you could be. Okay, they always say, when a grandmother or auntie say, "Oh, I had a dream about fish last night." It means somebody pregnant or some shit like that, right? Um, hey, maybe, right? But you will know. Okay. Um, so yeah, signs of abundance are all up in your charms. Now let us get your guidance from your oracles here. We'll start with the Two of Swords. Okay. Yeah, we'll start with the Two of Swords. It says attention. Okay, pay attention. That is the key word, attention. It says, now is the time to find balance by setting healthy boundaries, the kind that serve to protect you from the energies or relationships in your life that do not bring you joy. Tune out the noise of any distractions that surround you. Release, or excuse me, let go of any anxiety or apprehension. Create a quiet space where you can attend to your breath and the storied beat of your heart. Grace and harmony arise in stillness. So I don't know if you've already created a sacred space for yourself within your home or in your car or even at your job. There's like might be a little corner at the job where you go to and that's just your space. You know, you go there to think and to contemplate or just to be still. Okay, but make sure that if you don't already have a space or that you make one, and if you do have a space, maybe you need to tend to that space and spend a little more time there. Okay, um, let's continue. It says, pay attention to the voice within that knows what boundaries you need to create. And remember, we saw that high priestess. You know what boundaries you need to create. Okay, in order to be at ease. Root yourself in the innate wisdom of your heart and its infinite capacity to love. When you perceive the world with empathy and compassion, you will be able to make a clear and thoughtful decision. Now, look at that confirmation about them decisions. You will be able to make clear and thoughtful decisions that will help you to create a peaceful life full of equity and goodwill. So, if you feel like things are, maybe you feel like you're the one carrying the weight, like maybe it's all on you. Now, I don't know if you have brothers and sisters or if you're the only person who maybe you feel like the pressure is on you. That's kind of what I'm seeing here. But you know, pressure creates diamonds, and pressure does also burst pipes. So, um, I feel like both of these things could be happening here. And the bursting of the pipe could be the sign that a diamond is about to emerge. Okay, and I feel like that diamond is the decision that you make. All right. There's a mantra here, and you can repeat it after me or you can write it down. It says, when I pay attention to the voice within, I know what boundaries I need to create in order to be at ease. When I pay attention to the voice within, I know what boundaries I need to create in order to be at ease. So something could be going on. You could be creating a boundary, and maybe you the only person that knows that you created this boundary. And somebody is like, "Oh, you acting brand new, or something is different about you, or why you so quiet, or da 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 da. I ain't heard from you in a minute," and you just like, maybe you have nothing to say to that person. You're like, you just don't even respond. And now they getting all hot and bothered and heated and they like, oh, so you ain't gonna respond and you ain't got nothing to say and this and that. It's just like it's like that. And find that grace within yourself, right? And decide how to um make that boundary known, right? With ease, of course, right? So that you can, it's like you don't need to be afraid to be out in public. You don't need to be afraid to go to your family's house because of what a person might say, or there might be somebody there that you don't talk to, or whatever the case may be. Like, nope, I'm holding my head up high. I'm not afraid of the boundaries that I created so that I could be at ease and be at peace. And if that causes somebody to start acting different towards you, or they start hooping and hollering, then that means you upset. That means that's a confirmation of that you needed to create that boundary. Because why would somebody be upset for you making a boundary? That gives you your answer right then and there. Oh, now I could go further into that, but I feel like you get it. Okay, let's go to your the hangman. Okay. It was this card right here. All right. It says consideration. Okay. It says, be still. That second time they didn't say that, be still. Be still. Tune in as you turn into the sacred space within. We're talking about sacred spaces. It says, consider how your interior self, the perfect wholeness of you, aligns with how you move through the world. In what ways do you feel pulled from your center? We're talking about you centering yourself. Okay, in what ways do you feel pulled from your center? How might your perspective be clouded, your sense of self turned on its head? It is time to think about what serves to lift you up and what seeks to drag you down. Through reflection, you can let go of any preconception of how you are supposed to be. Okay, you can let go. I gotta of any preconception of how you're supposed to be, how you're supposed to like, why. And I feel like this has to do with a person. Like there might be some people in your life that feel like you're supposed to act like this and be like that and do this thing, and it's like, why do you have these presets for me for my life? And you might have fallen into an algorithm of that shit. But here it's telling you to reflect and to let go of any of those presets of how you're supposed to be and begin to honor who you actually are. When you turn away from judgment and acknowledge how you might be in pain, oh, okay. Okay, they don't want you to acknowledge that they pissing you off. They don't want you to acknowledge that they're saying something that might offend you, because it's like once you do, maybe you're acting out of your presets, and oh no, we don't. That's nah, that's not fair, and we don't need that. Now this could be you, or it could be someone around you who could be feeling this way as well. Okay, so we're gonna consider that. Let's continue. Okay. It says, when you turn away from judgment and acknowledge how you might be in pain, how you might have caused pain, all right, I did give you the vice versa. It says you can know yourself more completely. It says, through a confluence of introspection and compassion, you find more self acceptance, which in turn makes space for transformative healing. In the deep waters of emotion, be present to your grief and to your growth. Be present to your grief and to your growth. Find consideration for all that arises. Listen for the echo of yourself as you float in a boundless ocean of love. And maybe that's what I'm also seeing too, because we saw the up and down of the mountain. We saw the up and down of the mountains, right? We saw the up and down of the communication lines, and then we seen the up and down of that arrow, and it's giving like an echo. It definitely is giving an echo. Okay. Um, it's almost like, do you hear yourself? Do you hear how you sound when you're talking about a certain subject, or even when someone is talking, you hear how they sound? Okay. I'm also getting that it's you could even be hearing, maybe this is you hearing an echo of your grandmother's voice. You hear how she sounds, or maybe the intent or the subject, or and it could be allowing you to reflect. And maybe she might be even telling you, this ain't you, baby. Maybe there's something that she might have said. There's a phrase or something that she might have said that just sticks out when you're in situations where maybe you're not being treated fairly, or maybe you're not being acknowledged in a certain way that's necessary. Something, it might be a phrase or something. Okay. But there's a mantra here, and I'm going to give it to you, and you could repeat it. There goes that echo, right? Or you can write it down. And it says, with consideration for all that arises, I make space for transformative healing. With consideration for all that arises, I make space for transformative healing. Okay. there was something that was being you were being told to wait on something at one point in time. But now it's time to let go of it. If you were holding on to a specific thing, I feel like it might have even been a physical thing. It could have been money. It could have been something. I don't know. There could even it could even be telling me that there is a release of funds or something. Something may have accumulated over time. I don't know. And now it is being decided. Okay, I'm about to go ahead and give you this. Yeah, because there was some deep contemplation, there was some deep thought about this. Maybe you thought about it over and over again. You know, maybe you even burdened yourself with the situation. But now it is time because God is about to step in and tell you to either let something go or go ahead and make that decision. That there's going to be a break in the clouds. That's what I'm getting. And whatever was clouding you is going to break and you're going to get clarity. It's just going to be boom, clear. And it's like, you can like, damn. Maybe you can even feel like I hear better now. I can even hear better. Or like, wow, it's so clear to me now. I get it. And you're gonna have an aha moment. Yeah, that's what it is. You're gonna have a eureka aha moment. Okay. God is telling me that that's it right there. That's it. We good. You good now. That's what I was supposed to tell you. Okay. Well, that concludes your mini reading. Unless you want me to continue, I can. Maybe if you have any specific question about a certain event or something or anything that you heard in your reading, I can continue if you would like to. If you want to talk about it, I'm here. I'm not going anywhere. Okay. Uh, you did say wow. You said wow, but you didn't expand on it. So now I'm kind of curious. I'm curious to know how this resonates with you, um, if it did indeed answer any questions of your heart. Okay. Whew. You said that's it. What is it, baby? Tell me. Tell me. Tell me. Are you saying that that's it? You said those exact words. Those exact words. I'm here. I'm offline. Oh, snap. Oh, I should have known. I should have known. Of course. Why wouldn't I think about um yeah, oh my gosh, your business name. What the fuck? Girl, see this how you can tell that I just really be trying to give the message. I don't even be thinking about I got you. I got you. Ain't that some I got you, boo. I got you. Um, I'll hit you up on Messenger. Is it Messenger? Yeah. I'll hit you up on Messenger right now. Wow, baby girl, that's crazy work. Oh my gosh, it's so good to hear from you. Oh my gosh. Okay, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Okay, got you. Well, that does conclude this, and I will hit you up. I'm not even gonna move this because I feel like maybe I need to take a picture of it, but I got you. But yes, everybody else, if you're still tuned in, be good to yourself, be kind to others. I am always available to do readings. Okay. So you guys, yeah, just hit me up. Email me, DM me.